Hey everybody, HMV here, playing Mark Kerbal Space Program, and I'm trying a new mic out. I'm in a completely different location than I normally record, and I don't have access to my studio, so I figured I would try on a regular old headset mic. So sorry if everything sounds kind of weird, but I thought this was cool. I just landed the miner back down on the surface. I found a nice little spot here to land him. I should probably do a ground truthing here. Even though we know how much ore is at this location, it'll tell us a little bit more about the area in general. There we go, the Great Flats. We now know more about the Great Flats, and that's what we know, is we're sitting in our nice spot. But as we landed, we just had this satellite, the Boron 2, had a connection with Kerbin, and right after we landed, that connection went away. And now we have a 3-step connection. We're going from the miner at the bottom to the Boron satellite, and then over to the satellites that are heading to Duna. So they're actually relaying the information from here. And I just think that's really cool that it does that. And I didn't even plan for it or even think about it. So, and when the Boron satellite gets over here, obviously we're going to completely lose our connection as these guys go out. But anyway, that was just kind of cool. I thought it was nice. Let's go ahead and get these guys to Duna. Okay, and look at that. We got our connection to the satellites like I was hoping we would, which is always nice. Things working the way you want them to. Let's see if that actually holds, though. As we get away from Kerbin, the satellites are going farther than we are. It's weird. We seem to like be occasionally getting a connection to Kerbin. Maybe through the, you know what it is? It's probably through the. Oh, I forgot that we've never been around Sun before. We just got a ton of science around Sun. Let's see if I can target this ship. Apparently I can't. Oh well, that's the way it works. But anyway, yeah, let's aim at our maneuver node and get to burning here. Of course, we do still have a connection to the satellite there. Our connection is poor, but that's okay. We don't even need one. Okay, we have our connection with Ike. These last couple meters per second matter a lot, though. Should say decimeters per second. That's a collision with Ike, which is fine right now. I think it's actually what we had planned on. There we go. Now we're going to set up a new maneuver node right here to not die at Ike. Yeah, we'll do something like that. Well worth the money. But now, oh, I can select the satellite now. Hey, look at that. Who knows why I could do it now, but not before. These guys have a good connection back to Kerbin. They also have a maneuver node in 9 days. As always, the last couple decimeters are the most important. Make sure we've nailed this thing absolutely perfectly. That's pretty darn good. Now here we can get him into orbit. Jeez. Information overload. Okay, this maneuver node is in 119 days. This maneuver node is in 148 days. So the satellite is getting here much, much sooner, which is fine. So let's go ahead and get him here. Okay, it's a. I don't think this 5 minute is even remotely reasonable because it's assuming the other thing. Although 1,000 meters per second. It's about 30 seconds or so, give or take, given all the variables. I think it's a perfect time to hit F5. Making sure these guys didn't lose their fuel. We are going right over the pole, which is nice. And done. Okay, first things first, let's get you. Let's deploy you. And do a orbital survey. Nice. We now know all there is to know about Ike. And all I care about is there ore here? It's this. We have too many things. Surface, resource, ore. There we go. There is no ore right there, of course. So we'll probably land here, fill up the tanks, and then hop over here to get all this stuff. That's plan A. So let's set up our communication satellites now. Let's go ahead and decouple this guy. And he's actually perfectly set. He just needs his solar panels out. He probably could have donated a bunch of fuel to the cause. But he is good. He is done. He's ready to sit in orbit forever. Meanwhile, this guy needs to turn, let's see, I think we're going to go a full orbit, and then down here we are going to add a maneuver to do a 90-degree turn using Precise Node's awesomeness. We can actually make that a 90-degree turn. 270 meters per second, that's cheap. Okay, let's go ahead and aim at that. And time warp around to it. This is the closest I've ever had two ships stay around each other while time warping around in orbit. Yeah, the goal is to, okay, 8 seconds. The goal is to get this guy perfectly set and still have fuel in the main ship. Because I would like to not leave the main ship out anywhere. There we go. Okay, now this guy needs to be disconnected. And then he needs to get out somehow. Just enough to get loose. Nice. Okay, and now for this guy. I think our best bet here, this is our equatorial guy. Our best bet with this guy is to burn him retrograde to ideally crash the main ship into the surface. And I think we're going to do that right now. Of course, retrograde aims right at the other ship. Not right at it. And this is where I'm not 100% sure, so I'm going to hit F5 here. If this doesn't work, I am willing to correct it later. So there's that. You are full of fuel. Okay, let's go ahead and actually let's close your solar panels. Let's be safe here. Oh, these aren't closable solar panels. Ooh. Okay, let's. I just hit F5 again. That means I've committed to this whole terrible, terrible process here. Okay. That's not you. That's you. There we go. Okay, let's activate your engine. Let's turn you to the point where your solar panels might have some problems. Let's give you a tiny little thrust. This is where having the trust system automatically go away would be a good idea. But there we go. Now we can rotate this way and turn towards prograde. But we are actually... Now this is actually the worst time to do that. I should have actually waited till I was here to do that. Oh well. Let's go ahead and get his periapsis above 10 kilometers here. I'm pretty sure he has plenty of fuel. So now here, actually let's use my mod here. Let's put it at our orbit's ascending node. That'll put it right exactly on the equator. Then we want to burn, it doesn't really matter which way we burn, but I think I want to burn this way to make it nice and flat. Okay, we should have 350 in this guy. Yeah, we've got 1120, so we're fine with fuel. I don't know why I was concerned. Okay. So the thing's gonna crash, our satellite's gonna get in orbit, and we are good to go. Let's go ahead and take care of business here. We might even be able to watch the other one crash, but I don't know. It may have already crashed by the time we get to our thing here. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We now have a full satellite array that will ideally go down there, and we can even watch this thing crash. Let's go ahead and switch to it. Here it is with a little bit of fuel left. Nothing to do but watch it crash. The first thing to hit Duna, or to hit Ike, I'm sorry. Very non-dramatic. That's our comm array, and it looks pretty, doesn't it? Doesn't it look pretty? Okay, where is our other ship? Okay, these two, they are coming in now. Do they actually still have a connection? No, see, they don't. They've lost their connection to Kerbin. They should get it back as they get closer to Duna, and we'll see how close they do get it back. Not that it matters that much. I'm just mostly curious. Experience. That's what this whole thing is about. Oh, and there it is. So we will definitely have communication all when we're at Duna. That's pretty awesome. It's a terrible connection right now, but it'll get better as we get closer. They're catching up on all the TV shows they missed while they were out of communications range. Okay. Oh, look at all the science we just got. Yay. We could be hopping out and getting crew reports or EVA reports. Didn't even think about that. Orgard, go ahead. Val's busy flying the ship. Override. Oh, it already got it. That's pretty awesome. Okay. Just hopping out did it. I guess that's why they call it the automated science sampler, because it automates sampling science. And we want it up, say, at least 10, maybe 15. There we go. Nicely done. Yeah, it could be better, to be honest. The big problem is we really want the lower part to be here, so let's actually burn south. I wanna be in the sun when we're in the southern hemisphere on this planet is my thinking, because we're gonna want to land near these things, so we want to be there. I'm gonna burn like this, so we're kind of there-ish. I'm just going to get to 15 kilometers. There we go. Okay, now here at the periapsis, now here's where we're going to do our burn. And it's a 660 meter per second burn. We've got about half of that, so it's going to be about a 2-minute burn. That's a kind of a long burn, but what are you going to do? Should probably get our high over Ike science while we're here. 3 minutes, yeah, that's basically the burn we want right now. We're still getting gravity scan data, which is always nice. Yeah, and see, we're bouncing off 2 satellites. We're going to the polar one, and then it's going back to this one, and then going back to Kerbin. That's the kind of redundancy that we're hoping for in this system. It's not 100%, but it's pretty good. We'll admit I'm a little concerned about our total fuel, but we are leaving Val in orbit to land the main ship, and I just realized I've been carrying this fuel tank, and I don't want to. Oops, I should have tossed that in interplanetary space. It's not that heavy compared to the rest of the ship, but still. Yeah, we're severely changing our periapsis. Much more than I want to. Definitely much more than I want to, so we're going to have to fix that out here. At our apoapsis, we're going to have to burn up just a little bit. get these guys up to into the teens. And now that we're actually in orbit, though, I think I'm going to leave you here. I hope you enjoyed watching this. I definitely enjoyed playing it. Next episode, we're going to be landing on Ike, probably drilling and coming back up, ideally. We still have a connection to Kerbin, even though we're on the far side, which is awesome. I'm HMV, and I will, as always, talk at you later.